Hello, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here. Brian Galke, Aces 53. It is a Tuesday. It feels like a Monday again.
Yes.
Yes, but that's just how it is. And I don't know about you, but it's been nice. I've been busy, but I have too many. I got to narrow down what I'm going to focus on. That's
Right.
where I'm at finally. I mean, I got rid of all my podcasting stuff. I do the podcast; it's gone. They handle that. But the other stuff I'm doing, the vibe coding and the coding, plus the mortgages. Well, I'm going to hand off all my processing. I've found a team to handle all that for me. Which everybody's like, "Well, why haven't you done it before?" It's like because it's so easy. Why do I want to pay somebody?
Right.
But I figured a way to get it covered.
So you have
The
the
cost.
AIDHDHD or AIH.
No, I have
What-
AI FOMO.
Yeah.
That's what I have. AI FOMO.
ADHD. Okay. Yeah. AIDHD. I
Yeah,
I can't say that. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
try it again. Try that again. Sir.
Nope. Nope. I'm good.
No, but I just, I was, plus I've been doing so much stuff around my house and backyard and this and that. And I actually got sick on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wore yourself out.
Yeah, Saturday, because I was telling you before we started the show, I finally broke down, got a cold plunge because I always use my pool.
Right.
And would stay in there like 15 minutes when it was like 57 and all that stuff. And then it gets up to like 67. So I'm not staying in for a half hour. That's ridiculous. And actually, like on the really cold one, the first few minutes you get the most from it.
Yeah.
And with people, so that's why there's like if you're in the 37 to 40 range, you got 3 minutes, 5 minutes max, you're done. 3 times, 4 times a week, you're good.
And that's just it. I mean, I do it 7 days a week, but you're right. When it's that cold, I set it for 3 minutes. Good. And well, we were talking about this before we started, but with mine being outside, when the summer hits up, if I don't beat the sun up, then it gets warmer. So I have to stay in longer to get the same benefits. But I just passed 200 days in a row, or not 200 days, since I've had the Whoop, almost a year. I'm at like 225 cold plunges.
Well,
Yeah.
good for you. Now,
Yeah.
you probably, when you did the pod company, right?
No, I did a Vital Plus.
Okay, I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
So the question is, those little units really matter
Yes.
because there are some rated just for 85 and some rated for 113. And if you don't get the one rated for the right area,
Right.
it's not going to keep up.
Right. Well, when they came out, so what cold plunge has been around for a while. People were buying ice, all that kind of stuff. So I got mine a year ago in December, and that's when they were just starting to come out with some. But it was, this one is the inflatable one. You can blow up, take down. But when
So
they
is
first
mine.
came out- yeah. And now they're available. But when they first came out, you had to buy the big, like either a former freezer or you had to buy the big ceramic ones, all that. And these are great. But I do, now I think it's like $1,200 for the brand new one with the remote control Wi-Fi version. Mine's just plug it in and pray that it's working when you get out there, And
Well,
when
because right now the pod company
yeah,
is doing a Father's Day sale. You can get the extra large one
Yeah.
with the cover and the cover, so you have the insulated both, and then the larger unit for like $12.49.
that's about. Let me see what mine would run right now.
But this is a long one. It's like it's long. It's
Yeah.
yeah. The only problem about that one is it's only 21 inches tall.
Gotcha.
So you have to really, because
Yeah,
I
get
interviewed the
down
guy
there.
who created the first one, that their Mozoform or whatever. I can't remember the name of it. It's on
Something
Inner
like
Edison.
that.
Yeah, Inner
Yeah.
Edison. That was like 4 years ago. They were $25,000.
Oh yeah, back in the
Yeah.
day they were.
Well, they
quite a
still
bit.
are. Theirs,
Um,
because they make ice.
So I don't know. Do I lock up when I was doing that or no?
No, you're fine right now.
Okay. All right. So let me see if I can. Let me show you something. Ideally, I have the black version of this one right now, but well, where'd it go?
Because you can always replace the unit,
Right.
keep the blow up part.
Yeah. So like, share. Oh, where'd it go?
I see.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this is one that I would like to get because it's the upgraded one. Always chills to 37. I had the previous version of this one,
Uh-huh.
so I had this one's the one that I have right
Yeah,
here. but
that
it
kind of
comes
looks
with the
like
chiller.
mine. That kind of looks
Yeah.
like mine. Yeah.
But I have the previous version. Let's see if they don't even sell it anymore. But yeah, so I'd like to upgrade the chiller, but like you look at them, they're kind of expensive depending on what you get.
Yeah. That place is very expensive.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now. That's
Yeah.
expensive. You can get them somewhere else.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like at the time I bought mine, that's what was available. But yeah, I freaking love it. Every day, go down there. Just as soon as I wake up, don't even brush teeth. Just go up, go down, do it. 3 minutes. Come up, start making kiddos breakfast. When school year, I actually get angry when I can't cold plunge for a few days.
So you get plunge rage.
Yep.
But I'm hangry. You're cold plunge hangry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it though. I mean, it's funny. I hate cold showers, but I love cold plunges.
Well,
so I think it's just
cold
because
plunges, you got time in and time out. That's why.
well, that it covers your whole body. I'd rather just suffer fully than the cold water covering part of you and then the other part being exposed to air.
Yeah, because I researched this like 2.5, 3 years ago, and I was like, if I'm in my pool long enough, I'll get one. And then, like you said, there's the stuff that was out there. It was not, everybody was converting freezers and do all those different things, and I didn't want that. And with the deal I got at Costco, I was like, I can't beat it. And then I can always take it back if it doesn't work. It's easy. Just drive it over there, and here it is. Okay, here's your money back. Thank you, sir. Yeah. It's been 2 years. Yeah, I know, but it just stopped working.
Right. Hey. If you can get it, go get it. But man, it's the one thing I do the most. So it's interesting. People are just gonna have to do it to really see how the changes work for them. But anywho,
it does because it does make a huge difference in your attitude in the morning.
Sorry, can't just have on a sitter stand today. Okay, what else did you work on? So
no, I'm just sorry. I'm getting rid of I got to stop my bot. Otherwise, they're gonna keep talking to this guy who. Because that's the problem about. Sometimes it keeps going on and saying the wrong things when people are like getting ready for tomorrow's show. Yeah. And next thing you know, it's going blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Shut up.
All right. So what'd you work on?
Work on the weekend, actually. So that's what I was trying to get at. Sunday, I did nothing because I was down. But Saturday, to get the pod area ready, I had to put in the rubber mats and everything else that I wanted to. That I've wanted to do, but I had to move all my weights out of a certain area and all this other stuff, cut the mats. Next thing I know, it's like 2:00 and I'd set up everything. And Marshall's like, you haven't eaten yet. You need to eat.
Right.
No, I don't. So I ate a salad. Actually, maybe it was noon. I forget what time it was, noon maybe. And then I ate just a salad with chicken I had. And then we went on a 3.5 mile walk, came back. Then nice. I had real food and then more food, just that. It's just, I don't normally eat till noon. That's just how it's been. I have my coffee, 2 coffees with protein and a bunch of protein. And then I don't really eat till noon. But after yesterday and this morning, I was like, I'm starving. Give me some oatmeal.
Did the same. Like I got up, did coffee with the protein in it, and then I realized, oh shit, I haven't eaten all day, and so I did another coffee with the protein in it. And then I was like, okay, I'll make some eggs, and when we get done later on, I'll go eat some more stuff. But and it's funny because people are like, oh, it's the Retta. No, it's just sometimes you get busy and you forget to eat. Like I still eat and do everything else, but this is gonna be a total side note, but it's my ADD kicking in. I saw something the other day. It was talking about how Retta doesn't let the body break down alcohol the way it does, and that's so people they're drinking less, but getting drunker. So I'm gonna have to look into that.
Well, no, you also got to marry to how much food.
Yeah.
So and your tolerance is, you don't drink as much.
Right.
So then when you do drink, you get I used to get slammed on a small margarita. Right. Just like a year ago when I was on Ozempic originally. And because I didn't drink. And then when I did drink, I was like, oh, hey, damn, that was easy for me. I feel like my wife. Yeah, because my wife get a little glass and she's got a big old smile on her face, and she's already tipsy.
Yeah, that's funny.
But no, it's just you have to whatever works for you to get yourself back to where you need to be. I know today wasn't supposed to be cold plunge, and actually, it's Men's Health Month, by the way.
There you go.
Started yesterday. Did the Function health test. I don't know if you heard about that. Function does for $299. You get like all these different blood tests. You go to a thing. They take 14. I felt like I had vampire.
Oh yeah, you talked about that. Okay, yeah.
I was like lightheaded and everything afterwards because they took so much blood. Okay, I was just kidding. I hate people taking my blood. So I had all that stuff done, and it goes through like stuff that your doctors won't ever do. And then when certain things come up, then they'll have certain things retested. Yeah. And I can take all those and give it to my doctor and say, hey, I had all this stuff done. And a lot of the stuff is because I lost 25 pounds in in like 25 days. Yeah. That it was fucked up my stuff because I lost so much weight.
Right. Well, it's funny. I was talking to just different people this weekend. I did several things this weekend. I went to Dallas Content Creators Club, which was all people who are trying to grow their brand on whatever, TikTok, Instagram, you name it.
I saw some of the stuff because it's starting to hurt me because all these other people are really important to you, but not me.
Yeah. Went to that during the day, and then at night I went to this one was kind of fun. It was called the Tall Tour. So this guy started it a year ago in Texas, and it's just, hey, if you're tall, come out and meet. And he said a year ago, 7 people showed up at a bar. This Saturday, 2,500 people showed up, paid $25 a ticket. Do the math, for what he did. But it was funny because all these people, like, you just realize people are what we talk about. They're craving community now more than ever. And so he found just a unique one. He's like 7 foot or he's something like that. I don't know. He's taller than me.
So how tall is tall to them?
So the tallest person that was there was like,
no, I mean, what's the shortest tall person they want?
Oh, so they wanted 6'2" for guys and 5'10" for women.
Oh, yes. I made
but
that
of course,
easy.
Now that one, it was, people showed up.
You can make the 5'10" for women, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like we went, and the funny thing is now I know how my shorter friends feel because I was looking around going like, oh, this is what other people feel like.
I mean, I've been around some tall people. I'm like, damn, this is what my wife's to my shoulder or below.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see, and I'm like, oh, damn, that's how my wife feels.
Yep, exactly. So it's kind of fun. It was something different to go do. But it just goes back to the people are craving community. And so as much as we talk about AI and everything else, you got to be working on getting out and around people again, because that's all this guy did. He just got people together and said, hey, I want to hang out with tall people. I'm tired of being the only tall person at a bar. I'm going to start getting more people to join me. And he's created a following. And I mean, people are following around, blowing up his Instagram. He's he was filming live, and it was like he was a movie star celebrity. People were just following him everywhere. And you don't have to want to reach that status, but it's a question of what community could you get going or get into. And that's what kind of my Saturday was. Like I said, Dallas content creator, this was their 1-year anniversary, and they had sponsors. They probably had like 15 different booths that were there. People were walking around filming, Instagramming, TikTok living, mics everywhere. And this is a really young girl that's doing it. She's probably 25, if that. But what her and her partners put together was pretty impressive for a first year out. But yeah.
So, and that's what we were talking, I think, up front before we got going, how many things are in Dallas right now versus, where I don't have the same thing here in California anymore. Everything's everywhere else. And I think they said 110 companies moved to Dallas. And I don't know if that's in the last 3 years or in the last year, but it was a lot of companies that moved there.
Well, it's crazy. And a lot of them from New York, California, whatever. But just in general, companies are figuring out, oh, well, Chicago, Texas, all those are just middle of the state. So instead of people flying East Coast or West Coast or vice versa, they can fly everybody to the middle. It's half the cost of, going to California for hotel-wise, stuff like that. People are tired of going to Vegas because, bad things happen in Vegas. People have all their events. And what happens is everybody goes out and, till 5, 6 in the morning, and they're back in there at 7, 8 o'clock. And there's not that much deviant behavior in Dallas. So we're getting more stuff here. Chicago's amazing, but you get there in the wrong kind of weather, and people either can't get there or they can't get home afterwards. Dallas.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem with Vegas is it's only, it's too hot in the summer for a convention. Right. The problem with Dallas is it's humid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and that's like the one thing we're going to is in August, end of August. I'm like, they must have got some cheap shit to be able to be in August there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
let's go to Cancun. Let's go to PV in July.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you the one that people they always think, oh, New Orleans is so much fun. If you've ever gone to New Orleans in the middle of the summer, it is all humid. It's just miserable. And people don't know that. So they throw these, I went to, when I was in corporate America, they had American Corrections Association, ACA, and they did it there one time. And just people are dying because, they're from correctional facilities all over the U.S. that don't have humidity, and New Orleans is bad.
The South is all bad.
Yeah.
And people aren't used to it. And that's
right.
You can't get used to it in a couple of days. It's like when we went to see my son for his graduation, South Carolina and North Carolina. I walked outside after it rained, and I could not breathe. It was so hard to breathe. It was like 95 and just rained, and it was like, what the heck?
Nashville.
We're not even talking about AI. Let's go back to doing some of the stuff we talk about.
Yeah, all right.
So what I'm getting at is, the long story short, there's a lot of stuff going on in Dallas.
Right.
And I just saw a thing about AI going on August 1st in Dallas.
Yep.
And I think it had to do with the mortgage industry or the real estate industry, or it could be for both. I don't know. It was not something that, because I'm already going August 1st for a wedding, and of course Michigan, which is not humid at all, and they're doing it in a barn. I'm like, do you understand why the barn was cheap?
Yeah.
Because there's no air conditioning. So if you think your dad, who's the ordained minister, is going to show up in a suit, you're crazy. I'm going to show up in a robe with shorts underneath.
Like the dude.
And then I'll have the little collar.
Yeah.
And then the brimmed hat.
Yeah. So Chippendale style, just a little collar, and then.
No, I'm talking about the ordained collar.
No,
my wife's like, no. I'm like, I'm not going to die. I'm
Yeah.
not going to wear, and I'm not going to get a linen suit because it looks like crap.
Well, the problem with linen, like I married some people in Mexico, and it was a beautiful day, and it freaking poured rain, and it was outside of Cabo. I don't remember what it was outside of, but you look, I sweated right through my linen
It's
suit.
probably PV. It was probably Nuevo Vallarta outside of PV.
I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I mean, you look at the videos, and the photographer had to fix a lot of the photos because I sweated through my vest and shirt. He sweated through his suit jacket. You know, it's just it was not a pretty sight.
That's why in Hawaii they have those certain shirts, and then everybody's supposed to get married in those. That's how they've survived for so long. Hawaii, you know, I know Tommy Bahama got really big on it, and everybody jumped onto the bandwagon because I was in San Diego. That's all I wore was that shirt and the shorts and sandals, and then came up here, and then first 6 years wore a suit for everything I did, and I'm like, enough is enough. This is ridiculous.
Let's see. I was going to see.
So back to the AI stuff that we've been working on or whatever it's doing. One of the things I thought about is how it's going to get to a point where people will not invest in software anymore the way they have because somebody can create something and then somebody can create a knockoff. And there's got to be some way to protect the stuff that you've created. You know, just that's what I'm seeing because somebody I just heard on Facebook just created a open source go high level, and next thing you know, they're gonna, you know, I created what I created. I found out who had 3 different things out there, and I created Knight's Signal to handle all my websites what everything's going on. It tells me if something happened and went down, and it's for anybody. So you go out there and there's Uptime Robot and a bunch of other ones that did the same thing, but mine does it all, of course. You know.
Sorry, this is my ADD kicking in. So there's me sweating through the back of my
We
vest.
believe you. We believe you. Okay. We didn't have to show it. We don't have to see that.
Show it. That's how my brain works, man.
TMI, man. Keep it to yourself. Anyway, so I just think there's going to be a reckoning when it comes to that. People are going to get tired of AI. I think there's a 15-year age group that's not going to have a problem with it, but then the people below them, the people above them, which is 45 and older, just is like, forget this stuff. We're going to want to come in and see you.
Yeah. Well, it's
the fraud that's going on right now.
In
the
California,
problem
we're going to run into is everybody's creating this AI software, but you don't know if it's going to last because it's one person using vibe coding to create it. But then the question is going to be, who's going to support it? Who's keeping an eye on it? Because you and I know this, people are in the same group we're in, have created 25 different pieces of software, but how often are they going back and checking, are they all running? I don't go back and check, like for the digital flashcards, I don't go log in and go, hey, is it all still up and running?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I found out the other day when we did an upgrade and did some moving databases, my shortfuse.io had a problem because you went and used it.
Exactly. So that's what I think we're going to see is, to your point, it's like courses, coaching, anything else. It's who's going to be the best marketer is going to sell their stuff. But the question is really who's supporting it in the long term.
So I think there will be companies who come out of the woodwork to do just the supporting of them.
Yeah. Because you ran across that. So we'll kind of go swapping gears from it. You hired into a package with the coaching and all this kind of stuff, and they were supposed to write your book, and they didn't do it, right? Like, it was good marketing. Oh, we do all these things.
No, they did my book. They did my book.
No, the one that you had to get.
Oh, the first time.
The first one. Yeah, I don't want to mention names, but
he just had a weird sound to him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But my point was, like, it was a good marketing pitch, but they couldn't fulfill what they said they were going to do. And that's where I think we're going to see there wasn't AI back then. That was like 5 years ago. No, I'm just saying it was good marketing, right?
They had a great idea and they were doing it, but then they couldn't fulfill on it and they wanted this and that. And thank God we had Steve at the time, and he's just like, giving us damn money back, or I'm going to tell everybody about you. And then I went with the same people who did David Goggins' book.
Yeah.
And they were good. that company went under after they sold it because the person who bought it ran it in the ground, and then they started a new. Then all the assets were bought by another company, nowhere close to the same company, but they're good. I'm just saying, but it's not that original company.
Right.
That who was it?
It was hold on. It's I hope they serve beer in hell guy. Tucker Max.
Tucker Max. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had him on my website. He was a really good guy.
You mean your podcast?
My podcast, my website. Yeah, he's on there too.
Yeah, he's probably on your website.
I have somebody hitting me up the same. So when in the beginning, I had everybody sign this release.
Yeah.
So that I owned everything, and then I got to the point where I just didn't care anymore. Well, I have some guy coming and wanted me to take down his stuff because he doesn't like the suit he's in. Or the stuff, the look now.
Yeah.
And then he had an attorney call me. It's like, send a thing, and it's like they even tried to go to all the places where it's at, right? Lipson and all those places, and they're like, we don't own it. You have no right. Another attorney in the beginning he tried to hire told him, you have no right to this.
Yeah.
It's his stuff. You can't have him take it down. Just because you had it done, you don't like it, it's not his. You have to take it out. He applied again just recently. Could you please take this out? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous because you're in a T-shirt. You don't like it?
Yeah. All right. Well, back to the AI stuff. So one of the things that you were talking about and I was talking about earlier, I realized I have an older course that literally, because when I got started, I used to put every word on every slide, right, for courses, and like, why not turn it into a book? And sure enough, I threw it into two. I first threw it into, I was playing with the different parts of Claude, right? I played with just the regular one, and it couldn't insert the photos. Then I threw it into Cowork, and it did the photos, no problem.
Really? But I had the regular one, I could do everything in Claude.
Well,
is it desktop? Is it
desktop?
Okay. When you say regular, you mean desktop?
I'm talking
do you mean
desktop.
The one online?
So you have the three. No, I'm doing everything on desktop.
Yeah, so desktop is like a totally different model.
Right. So and you've got the choices, right? You've got chat, Cowork, and code. And so when I went into chat, it wrote the book, but it wouldn't insert any of the photos that were in there. And then I went to Cowork, and the other thing that was weird with chat was I can only upload 8 of the PDFs, and it said it ran out of image something, and so it aired out.
Oh, I know what your problem is.
Yeah, and then
$20 a month.
$20 a month, right? But then I went to.
Just back up. We know your problem, cheap ass.
Right.
It's $20 a month. I'm at $200 a month. That's how much I use it. I remember when ChatGPT came out and had a $200 to use that sort all the other stuff, and I'm like, I ain't ever going to spend that because I didn't. But Claude's a totally different animal. Totally different animal.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can open up.
Because last time we did last week, I wrote my cookbook for barbecuing while we were on, and then I had Chad create a better what's the word I'm looking for? Cover.
Oh, yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
That's weird. Hold on.
So then I dropped in what I've done with Chad with all the different recipes I've helped create and different things. So then I added it to Claude and had it clean it up, and then we added. I told you just earlier, the drink section.
Right.
Where, like, if you're going to have a certain thing, what would go good with this? A good Riesling would go really well with this. And for you bourbon drinkers, or, it gives you those options.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm looking for 2 different things while we're chatting here. Okay. Where is the other book? It's in here.
Anyway, so that's my plan, is to have that all handled. So if you want to offer to people we know to be able to do that and help them upload their books, get all that handled for us, and we can just charge a flat fee to do it. You follow me?
Yep.
So here's my new cover for my cookbook.
Hold on, I'm off to a different screen. I'm trying to show you some differences.
Can you see that? If I can
I'm
get
getting
off
right
the screen.
Oh, yeah, now I can see it. It kind of looks like the movie 300.
The Big Hangry Grill Book for veterans, families, and anyone who gets hangry.
That's funny.
And at the bottom it has smoked meats, steakhouse favorites, seafood and fish, tacos and street food, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. What I'm getting at is anything you want to do, you can do now.
Right.
And that's also the problem.
That's just it. That's why I say earlier, it's going to be who's the best marketer.
No, what I mean by that is, back it up. You could get inundated by doing too many things instead of staying focused on what you do.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And someone's like, well, why'd you do a cookbook? Because I was making I did all these recipes because I cook a lot and cook meat a lot, and I might as well put them somewhere. So I had them.
Let me show you. All right, I want
Because I ordered two people's cookbook, and I was like, these suck. I mean, they're good overall, but I just didn't like them. I can't see it, too small.
You can't. It's too small.
Too small.
You can see the picture, right?
You got two screens.
Yeah. All I was going to show is when I went to go do on chat, it did this, right? Where it just said hold image.
Over to the right or left, I mean?
To the left, yeah. So if you see over here,
right.
All it would say is hold image, but it couldn't put the pictures in.
Right. Now the other side, you got to make them bigger, dude.
I'm getting ready to. Hold on. But then I threw the same thing into Cowork and said, okay, use my PowerPoint, and it pulled the images no problem. Right. So it's interesting because it's still the desktop for Claude.
Right, but it's Cowork. Right. Cowork is a mix between chat and Claude Code.
Right.
That's what it is. That's the difference.
So that's what I'm saying. But chat could
only. And you also connected all your companion stuff to it to be able to do stuff where you did not do for Chat GPT.
Right. But no, but I'm saying that first one, it was Claude Chat, and the second one that had images was Cowork. So
right. Again, Cowork is set up with all your connections.
Right.
Chat is not.
Right. And so it's interesting. But I don't
mean chat,
the
like
same
Chat GPT.
PDF. I know, but I just uploaded. So I converted my PowerPoints to PDF, put them in, and said, go take the images out of here. And for some reason, they couldn't do it. It's just like image holder. I'm like, no, I want you to go do it. And that's what it did in Cowork, is it put the images in. Same book.
Maybe it was a user.
I did the same things, but yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, but you put more time into the Cowork than you put into chat.
I put the same things into them, but yeah.
But my question would be: is the connections are not connected? Some of the connections you made maybe allow it to do more.
Maybe
Cowork. Yeah, I don't know. We could get Nuno on here. You can tell us.
Yeah, but it basically it pulled the pictures. It did what I want it to do. So I'll have that book out before I have my more official.
I don't know why you're doing that.
What?
I don't know why you don't have your current book out.
It's almost done. I had to update the pictures because when I wrote it was so old, versus these were cartoon drawings that could easily pull from the other stuff. My other ones were just, to be honest, shitty photos. So I'm having to go get better photos to put it in there.
Photos of whom? Of what? Of people's eyes, faces. Foreheads?
Yep.
You can walk around with a camera and go, hey, come here. Can I have your eye picture? I need pictures of your eye.
That's the beauty of it. Canva and deposit photo. So before Canva was available, I've got like 700-800 credits on deposit photos, because that's what you used to use back in the day, because it was ridiculous for, what's the other one? Getty Images is crazy for each photo, but deposit photos, good. So I'm just having to double check the wording and then the photos. So this one,
can't you connect those two things to Claude?
That I don't know. That's a good question.
Why don't you ask it?
Well, I still would have to review the photos. That's the downside. It can't figure it out quite enough yet. It tries.
I'm just saying, but if it's in the Cowork, you can say these are, here's the photo. Just give it the photos and have it fix them. I mean, it's not going to edit photos well at all. That's the other one.
That, and it doesn't. One of the things I'm doing is I'm having to go in. I take the photo, put it in Sketch, draw an arrow to the feature, and it won't know how to do that. So there's still some manual, just because of what I teach and what I was taught, that AI can't quite get there yet.
Have you tried to tell it to put an arrow to the up above the eyebrow?
Yeah, but by the time I go in and prompt it, I can do it faster. So yes, I did try both. And I think I told you when I was trying to digitize the flashcards and go, okay, now create a face for this. It doesn't always work so well.
Actually, I'm telling you, there's some faces in there, because I was surprised when I went to edit it, because I told you I'd play with it, and I'm like, he's already got women in here.
That's weird, because I didn't do it. So I wonder if vibe coding is doing it. I need to go back and do that, because now that I've got all the flashcards, I need to put back into my AI engine, which can just decode faces for people.
Right. What you also can do with that, your flashcard is uploaded to GitHub, and then just download the zip of it when GitHub and drop it into Claude and have it edit it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because that's how I went through all my sites in the beginning. It was just the easiest way.
Yeah.
To have it review everything and fix all the flaws that were there, because there was a guy that was on the Nuno thing a while back, the 4-day thing talking about security issues, and you need to have you can get your apps, through his stuff. I had 2 issues on any of mine, and they were just basic because what I did prior to the Claude thing I had major issues. Not issues, but just security potential issues.
What did I see? I think I sent to you last week too, and I need to follow up on it, that it said now Google is doing AEO for you. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'll have to find it again and resend it to you.
Well, I know that like in Lovable now they do it.
Yeah.
It's the whole new thing, and Claude will do it. Everybody will do it now.
So that goes back to, what all these people were teaching and selling for, a month or 2 ago. Now they can't do it anymore.
The only thing that's still working is what I've been doing, which is because everybody like websites. I don't do websites. I do authority sites, which is totally different I showed some people before I went live on craigarona.com.
Right.
That's at Rotary, and they were like, holy shit. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's what you showed last week. Remember on Thursday?
No, I don't remember Thursday. That was like last
Thursday
week.
We went over it. So
what I'm saying, but that's what you need. Don't build a website. Build something unique that people come to and use, come back to, not just hi. You want this new website for $700?
Right.
And I'm not going to knock it on here, but some of the stuff these people that we know in their masterminds are teaching.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just short-term, quick, make a few bucks and keep going.
Well,
and I don't want that.
You bring up an interesting point. I see a lot of people who are leaving masterminds now because they think, well, I'm only learning one thing a week. Why don't I just go to AI and have AI teach me, all these things? So several people I know are losing mastermind members left and right. And it's because people want instant access to things. And I think we've talked about this in real life. Therapists are losing patients because people don't want to have to wait a week to talk through their problems. So they start talking to AI. And is it the right thing? No. But people are like, well, I don't want to have to wait a week if I'm having a life crisis. So they're turning to AI versions of things.
Yeah. My problem is when I went through the stuff for my PTSD through the thing, the ladies talked more about her than asked me questions.
Yep.
I was like, I'm not here to her, whatever. As long as I get the thing saying I have it, I don't care.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how, because of the speed of which anything can be produced, even if it's inaccurate, the way it's affecting businesses as a whole. Like I said, therapists. People are going, well, why am I going to pay for therapists I only see 4 times versus I can talk to AI? And so what smart people are doing, we went over this. Who is it? Joe Polish has askjoepolish.com or whatever, the one I sent you, where now you can go and ask him questions. And what that's going to do is it's like the Alex Hormozy free, give away everything for free. And then people will still come back to you.
Well, that's like that Ask Craig thing I created.
Yeah.
A gamification to get you, and you can ask it any question you want.
Right.
And have access to the guy 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about his stuff. But then you can just talk to him when you need to talk to him. It's like that. Remember the Voxer?
Yeah.
We Vox with Ed, Vox with whatever stuff we were, where people would Vox you and then you get back to them later. I haven't heard of a Vox in so long.
No, there's only there's 1 or 2 people that were in Steve's group that I know still use Voxer for their one-on-one clients, and that's it. But yeah, Steve was the last person I knew who did it, because people are now. I joined there's one company that I'm in like 3 different WhatsApps with them, and it's like ding ding, what's up, and it's nonstop because they have me in the free group, the high-end group, and another group, and it's nonstop that I get them.
Do you want that though?
I ignore a lot of them. I'm in the group I want to be in. I pay attention to. It's just I need to go mute the other groups.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with a lot of that stuff is you get that constant hit when you don't want
100%.
And that's why I think this whole leaving the groups mastermind, the people who want to quit, that's okay. Those are not your clients. Those are not the ones you need in your mastermind. You need to have a smaller group, paying more, and being more connected to them.
And that's interesting. Last week, I sent out e-blast to my list saying, hey, look, I created a free community. I put the free course. I didn't tell them, but I went ahead and put my oldest course in there for free. I uploaded cheat sheets, everything else. It went out to 3,500. Well, no, right now it's at 2,500 people that the email's gone out to. 3 people joined for a free community right now.
Because people don't want it free anymore.
Exactly. People want AI answers now.
Well, no, I just mean they don't want a free community. They want a paid community that really gets them. That's why this whole that thing you should have done a while back, the Chat GPT of you, the prompting thing.
Yeah.
You need to create the Ask Brian or Ask the subtle skills where
Right.
people go right there and ask those questions and get the answers right away. Upload a photo and be able to find out what they need to do, and then they can go deeper on the important stuff.
Right. I'm with you. I need to, once the book is finished within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to put a deadline out there. Book's going to be done in 2 weeks.
Which book?
Well, both. Because the first one I started working on this weekend is almost 90% done.
Right. Those things are fast now.
Yeah. So that one will just be one very, very entry level, $19. That's it. Because it covers everything. It's all with pictures, so it doesn't go in depth. It's like kindergarten book for how to decode faces. Then I'll finish the main book, and then the main book will lead. Yes. Then the main book will lead to body language, statement analysis, other things also.
Or you could remember the little red book and the little black book of sales and other stuff? Maybe you could do some little books like those.
Yeah.
The little book of facial recognition.
Yeah.
Keep it in your pocket. So that way, if you have questions, it's right there in your pocket.
Oh, there you go. Do people even buy physical books? I mean, I know I'm waiting. I say that I'm waiting on a book to arrive this week.
I constantly I have one that just came in that I'm supposed to read for a podcast.
Yeah. So. Well, that's you choosing to read it versus buying it. But yeah. All right. Anyway, so you said how many books that you're going to work on this week for Amazon?
I have 4 books that are almost finished. I got to figure out how to upload them.
Right.
Because I want to learn that process. Because I got a bunch of people like, when you learn that, let me know, because I need help on it. Because for me, I don't really care about, having them on Amazon, other places to buy, that's great.
Right.
But to have them on my website to where people can buy them directly from my website, that's even better for me.
Well, I'll introduce you to a guy, Michael Wish. He's helping veterans write books. Also, they're using AI and everything else. So you've met him through some other people you've met. We'll talk
probably
about
already interviewed the guy.
No, I just met him at Secret Knock.
No, but I've interviewed a guy who was doing that. I've interviewed so many vets who write books or help veterans write books.
Did you meet him through Buddy?
No.
Through White Feather?
No.
Okay, so I'll reintroduce you guys. But anyway.
Yeah.
Take it. Oh, I guess I got to take this out.
That's you, man.
So,
nice try. Nice try.
Damn it. Oh, anything else you want to cover?
Nah, we're at 36 minutes. It's one of those days. I got other stuff to do, unfortunately.
Sure. All right.
Well, no, I think it's important that people get on stuff. Figure something out and just do it.
Right.
And stop. If you don't know what to do, ask one of the AIs.
That's the best thing now is you literally just ask it, how do I ask you this? And it gives you the answer.
No, what I mean is, what should I focus on?
Yeah.
Like the guy who's like, I want to create a community. Well, you're tall. Oh, make one about tall people.
Right. I'll come back. I have an idea for that one too. We'll talk about that one offline. But yeah, I went and looked for a URL and I'm like, well, this is there, but when I wanted to say and the isn't available, but I could get the rest of it. And I'm like, but we'll talk about it offline.
Well, drop this and then take us out and then we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Stay on.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining Ed Parcaut and myself on Aces 53. We're here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central, 10 a.m. Pacific. Usually it's Ed and I talking about what we learned about AI or what we're doing in AI, who else we're following in AI, you name it. And then we talk about other random stuff too. So going on 3 years of this fun stuff. I know, crazy. But best way to support us is share with your friends. And if you have a topic you want to talk about you think is relevant to what we're talking about, reach out to Ed or I and we'll see about bringing you on as a special guest, a.k.a. a joker, somebody with a special skill or talent that we want to share with the audience. So Ed, thank you for being here. Everybody else, thank you for joining. And we'll see y'all later on this